their feet. I love babies' feet because they're so soft. Baby skin is so soft when they're born because they've had time to be in the beauty of the mother in that womb, and baby skins are so beautiful. So Natasha, I'm giving a shout out to you with that beautiful baby. You keep putting up those beautiful pictures of your baby. So adorable. Oh my God. Told you. Told you you're gonna have a baby. Told you not to be afraid. All right. Um, welcome, welcome. You're gonna see me talking back and forth, so I don't have to talk back and forth. I can just be right in front, side by side. There you go. There we go. Okay, so I'm on Instagram Live and I'm on YouTube Live. Okay, time because I have a very important message to get out. Um, First of all, I want to say good morning and also say happy Good Friday and happy resurrection of the self, going into the resurrection of the self. Okay, so we are on day 4 of the portal energy. We have 6 more days to use this portal energy to manifest, to step in, to anchor in this newer fifth dimensional energy of all the wonderful abundance that you are so choosing to do. But first, before you be able to access that, if you've been having difficulties trying to get into that or trying to move into that space, I have a message for you. But before I go into this message, I need for you to hear my disclaimer so you can pick and choose if you want to stay and listen or not. So happy, happy, happy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Good Friday. So here's the deal. If you are easily triggered, happy, happy, happy. If you are easily triggered and you cannot handle truth and you can't handle hearing words like forgiveness, love, let it go, this is not for you. Just click off right now. Click off and go back to your world and stay in that vibration. Stay in 3. That's where you need to be. Look at that. Stay in 3. That's where you need to be. This is for people on this day, being that it's the 4th day of this portal energy, to get it together, to bring it together. This is the day you need to anchor that energy in. So the message I'm about to deliver is about this. Now, Spirit has been talking to me since yesterday. After the whole water thing, if you haven't seen the YouTube video about what happened to me when I did the whole blessing thing at the water and what happened afterwards, I still have to go out later today and get the glue to fix my little statue. But the miracle behind that statue, like I said, I titled it Soul, Blew My Soul Out, because it was so powerful. So this message is for people who are struggling right now to get their business up and going after we've been in all of this stuff, shutdown after shutdown after shutdown after shutdown. Some businesses couldn't even come back. They just had to close. Then there's birth of people who opened up their own business, and they've grown for that. Okay. Because today represents Good Friday, and it's that depth of going in and resurrecting of the self. Okay. I saw the numbers this morning, 788. And I said, ooh, I like that. It's almost like right up there with 888. But this was 788. Okay. And there was this whoosh of energy that came in when I saw that number, 788. I said, okay. And all I kept hearing from last night and wee early in the morning, all the way up to the time I took my shower and come in, get online. You need to move into a place of forgiveness. And this is all about what are we holding on to that we're not talking about? Or better yet, what are you so angry about since with your business? Are you angry that certain people didn't come back to work for you? Are you angry that certain people just up and left? Are you angry that your business is in trouble? You're in massive debt. A lot of places, if you're in California, you are in debt, period. Give thanks to. That's why. All the gameplay. Here's the thing. You need to be in that place of forgiveness. Whatever you said about somebody else in a very negative way, you know what you've said. You know what you've done. And your anger, how you presented that energy. We're talking about energy here. However that energy was flowing, whatever you said, however you accused somebody of something, however you wallowing in, I like this one, waddling in enjoyment of other people's demise, meaning that you're taking joy in watching other people go through hardship. There's some people that think like that. Let me tell you something. The message that's coming in is all about do not be doing that. Let that energy go and move out of it and forgive. Some of you don't even know how to forgive. You're hanging on to your anger. You're sitting in your victimization because some of you enjoy that. That's what you're getting out of it. But let the energy that you're sitting in is actually creating a block for you receiving your abundance, receiving your prosperity, receiving your higher frequency, moving up into that higher frequency space and creating from there. You can't do it because you are too busy holding on to your luggage of anger, past regrets, resentment, fear, pissed offness, energies of accusations on other people that wasn't even true, and you bought into the storyline and you judged that person for it, and you never went and cleaned it up, or you never sat back and cleaned up that energy. A lot of people, like I've said before, and others, we know when we have done somebody wrong. Okay? You know it. But you choose to justify it in your head that it's okay for what you did. Okay? Look at the government. Look at the government. And you wonder why we're in the mess we're in right now. It is a domino effect. So the message is, in order to resurrect, listen to what I am saying. In order to resurrect and to move forward in the potency of this portal energy that's here to create in, you need to release and forget. You need to clean it up. Clean it up. And that means maybe you just need to sit down in a sacred space and sit and light a candle and say, you know what, I'm going to call in everything that I've ever said about so-and-so, or I ever said about this person, and I'm going to ask, please forgive me. I am taking ownership of that energy, and I'm asking to clean that energy up and to deactivate that energy, or whatever energy I sent to that person that could be causing you not to be successful right now. Think about it. Think about it. How many times did you say something and talk badly about somebody? And you knew you were talking badly about them, but what you did it behind their backs. You did it in a group of people and you said things that were not okay. This is the day to sit back and clean it up. This is a day to have a ceremony of releasing pain. Release that anger. Release that fear. Release that judgment. Oh my goodness, please. Today is the day to really get in there and release it. Release that judgment. Release what a family member said, or a work coworker said, or a boss said, or you thought you were good friends with this person, but they turned out to be this. Hi, darling. Hi, darling. Release it. Today is the day to get in there and clean it up. Stop running around trying to create out of your madness. Let me say that again. Stop running around trying to create out of your madness. If you are mad, you cannot create, except create more of your madness. Okay, like I said, my disclaimer, you can't handle things, you get easily triggered, push a button, sign off. This is why there is energy that is abundance of energy to support whatever it is you want to create, but you keep running up against the wall and you're trying to get people to come, people to see you, or you're trying to get things going, or you're trying to resurrect your business. It's time to clean up before you can step up. Because the cleanup is where you need to go so you can have a clean space and rise to the occasion. You can't do it if you're still holding on to your stuff. And that anger, that pissed offness, that resentment energy will keep you from going forward. Because it already has an energy of its own that is creating to block you. How are you going to create abundance and prosperity if you're angry about Peggy Sue and Debbie Doo and Martin Boo? How are you going to create from there? You can't. Because you're holding the pain of your frustration and your anger. And those of you that sit around and you're so busy watching other people taking hits and going down or whatever, you need to stop it. Because that is not good for you. That is not okay to be doing to yourself, and energetically you're putting yourself in that energy and you're creating that energy to stay in your space, and then it starts blocking you. Think about it. This is the day to resurrect. This is the day to sit back and even stop judging yourself. There are some people out there, because of what has happened, they are blaming themselves because they weren't able to take care of their employees. They're blaming themselves because they weren't able to pay like they wanted to pay, or they had to let go of the benefit, or better yet, freaking hell, let's go all the way. They had to close their business, and they know that the people that they had in their staff really needed that job. And they're on unemployment. Let me tell you something. If you're living in the state of California and you're on unemployment, be blessed with that. Nobody has the right to say, oh, well, people should be on unemployment. They should come and be working and try to find another job. It is not that easy. Especially because we got this situation that's been blocking everything. So today is Resurrection Day. Today is the day that you go and you sit with yourself and you forgive. Forgive yourself for holding that energy. Let's start there. Forgive yourself for holding that anger, for holding that place of being upset, blaming, guilting. Let's look at that. Forgive that energy. Forgive it and let it go. Because this is the main reason why, if you're trying to move forward and you're trying to do things, it's not flowing like it should. You get a couple little trinkles and it go away. Couple little trinkles go away. It's not super flow, super abundance, super prosperity, activation into life. Come on. I'm speaking it. Because when you look at 788, here's the notes. The 7 represents the wisdom and the authority in our life when it binds with an 8. Okay, when that 7 is standing next to an 8. It's talking about leadership into wisdom, faith, and love. Okay? It brings in that abundance and prosperity, but you have to clean up. You have to. Clean up. Clean up with yourself. Clean up in the truth of what was really bothering you. Today is a day that you go outside, you look up in the sun, or you sit with yourself, or maybe go down to the water and you do ceremony. I did a beautiful ceremony to the Mother of the Waters, Yamaye. You know, this is that time, the waters. Going down to the waters and giving a honey offering or floating out beautiful flowers and setting that intention, because everything is connected to us. Everything is connected. Yes, everything's connected. The water, the air, Mother Earth beneath our feet, the sun, the trees, standing ones, the winged ones that fly over us, the spirit of their being, the blessings of the butterflies when they come and dance around you, and the honeybee comes and dances around you. Everything is connected. So going and floating out flowers and saying, this is my way of forgiving myself for things I've said or hurt someone else. And I either knew it knowingly that I did it or unknowingly that I did it. Clean it up. Take yourself down to the waters and go clean up. And then watch, because you're doing it today and you're making the time to do it on this day. Watch how your blessings will roll over in 72 hours, like you've never seen it before. Watch how your business gives a breath of new life. Watch how did you know? Thank you, Spirit. Did you know when one business brings its energy up, it helps the others to come up? You become an amplified magnet because you are in that energy of thriving for her. You are being of service in that way. Because it's not always about the money. Don't get it twisted. It's always about how are you showing up and how are you being of service, and are you coming from the heart? That's what it's about. What are you here to do? How are you becoming the phoenix? How are you showing your light? How are you coming up bright? And those of you that are starting your businesses and you've been so afraid to get further out there and don't know where the money's coming from, your money comes from source. Just know that right now. Your money comes from source. Once you make that establishment that your money comes from source, it is not about you trying to figure out how many people you have to get in to get the money. No, it's never about that. Your blessings, your abundance, your prosperity, it comes from source. Source. Everything. You are a part of that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love you. Love you. 10,000 fold back to you. So when I had to get up and deliver this message, I was like, oh, some people going to be angry. Some people are going to be pointing fingers. So she says, she's talking. I'm not talking about you. Did you hear me say your name? But I'm going to tell you this. If the energy is floating around you and this rings true to you, then yeah, you need to hear this. You need to go clean house and make things right. You need to forgive yourself and forgive others on what they could and couldn't do anymore. Forgive it. And step yourself up into 5. Forgive it. Because as long as you're dancing around and hanging on to all this shenanigans in 3, you will not thrive. You're going to constantly be fighting yourself, fighting anger, fighting, oh gosh, we're in so much debt. If you're in the state of California, just know, yes, you're in debt. But your prosperity and abundance comes from source. Get that in your heart and walk with it. And understand the alchemy of the divine self. Because you cannot resurrect if you're still holding in and allowing yourself to go through rigor mortis of your spirit. Because rigor mortis is all about decaying of the self. Because you got all that anger in you, all the unforgiven. You waiting for somebody to apologize to you for how you feeling about the situation. Okay, well, you know what? Why don't you apologize to yourself first for trying to be a victim to the circumstances? Stop that and move into empowerment and forgiveness. Step into compassion and move into wisdom of faith and love, and abundance flows, prosperity flows. Your business will flow. But you have to go clean up first. And today is a good day to take it down to the waters. Stand and allow that water to bring energy past your heart. Give flowers, give honey. I like to put it on a rock, a river rock, and toss the stone with the honey on it for a blessing and saying, you know what? I just want to be able to live my life abundantly, inspired, newness, awakening, to be resurrected into inspiration of the self, of your true divine self, connecting into that and being fulfilled with that. Because then when you're filled up with all of that, there's no place for anger. There's no place for hate. There's no place for resentment. There's no place for, oh, I wish. There's no place for rolling in other people's demise. There's no place for it because you're so filled up with love and compassion and inspiration. You can move forward and create now. And you're creating for the highest good of everything, not just yourself, but for everybody else. Because that's what it is right now. That's what it's about. So please take yourself down to the waters today. If you're hearing this message, it was meant for you to hear. Take yourself down. Forgive yourself. And then forgive the others that have hurt you, wronged you, said things about you that they shouldn't have said. Or they made false judgments against you and accused you of something that wasn't true. Cleanse so you can resurrect into inspiration of love. Cleanse and be inspired. Because if we all step up and just do that, we can change anything. We truthfully can. But some of us, we have to go cleanse that. And please, did you learn the lesson? Did you learn that you were worthy? Did you learn that you deserve more? Did you learn that you deserve to walk away from a stressful situation that was harming your health? Did you honor yourself for that? And those of you, when a person had to leave your job or they couldn't come back or whatever, did you even stop to ask yourself why? Why did they leave? Or why did they not come back? What did we not offer? And don't come from a place of ego. Really sit down and ask yourself, why did they not come back? What could we have done differently in our company to keep people, good people? I'm seeing people struggle. Oh, I don't know. I got 2 people. I want more people. Well, what are you doing that's making people not stay? Because right now, especially in the state of California, if the pay is not right and people are struggling to put food on the table and pay their gas and pay their bills, they're looking for who has prosperity. Here it comes. Thank you, Spirit. If you are not thinking in a prosperous and abundant way as a company, how are you going to pass it on to your employees? If you're coming, thank you. If you're coming from a place of debt and your belief is it's going to take some time to get out of this, what are you passing on to your employees? You see what's being felt out in the universe? What is being received? Because if you keep putting it out there, that's what you keep manifesting. Are you getting it? It's all about energy. When you have a business and you are creating from your heart and your business, people buy into the energy of what they're seeing. They buy into the energy of what they're feeling at the moment that they see the advertisement of what you're talking about. It never has anything to really do with the product. It's just the energy grabbed them. They were attracted to your smile. They were attracted to your love. They were attracted to your come be with me. They were attracted to that. And that's how you have to walk now. That's how you have to attract. But you can't do that until you get it right, clean up. So this was the message that was delivered today. And today, the card that I pulled, I set it out on top, was transition. Transition. And transition is all about the frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of ever-changing nature of existence and our lives so that we can learn to let go and surrender to the process and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Transition. Transition. And transition is perfect right now, especially on this day. Here we are again on a Friday. So please take the time today, take yourself down to the waters. and release it. If you can't get down to the waters, then light a candle or take a bowl of water, a nice big pretty bowl. I mean, a nice pretty bowl. You know, the bowls that make you go, "Ooh, I love that bowl." Put water in it and just sit and just do a beautiful prayer of forgiving the self and taking that water and then releasing it to Mother Earth. She'll take care of it. She'll take care of it. Now, I am available if you need some drumming energy around your home or whatever it is, if you need that this weekend. Some people will travel, some people will not. Some people will stay home. Some people don't celebrate Easter in a way. They have other things that they do. So just know this is your time. Transition. Resurrect the self. Okay? So I hope this was a really good wake-up call for some people. If you've been kind of in that energy and panicking about how you're going to make it, how is it going to flow, being upset because somebody didn't jump in and do things the way you wanted them to because it wasn't their path. They have a path. They have an assignment of what they're supposed to be doing. Your curriculum of offer wasn't what they were supposed to be doing. Honor yourself. Honor people where they need to be. But first, forgive yourself and forgive any wrongdoings you did to someone else or what's been done to you. Forgive it. And today, make it the day that you don't talk about it no more. You don't hang on to it no more. You actually step into your divine alchemy self and you move forward. And you're not waddling in yesterday bad stuff, memories. Some people just gonna be trapped in that because they live for that. They are addicted to it. They don't know how to step forward. But take yourself today and do that. And then watch how your prayers come, especially if you do it at a river, at an ocean. Some of you have ocean access. I have clients in Miami. They have ocean access. Take yourself and float beautiful flowers out, or take a stone and put some honey on it and give to the ancient ones of the waters. Because they are very real and they are very there. And they're not going anywhere because they're a part of that. All right. All right. I delivered the message. I hope that was really good for all of you. I hope everybody is going to step into their divine alchemy self. Happy Good Friday. And be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Call up somebody, text somebody today, and apologize if you're brave enough. Some of you aren't brave enough to do that. Some of you still got to hide. But if you're brave enough, do it. What you waiting on? All right. Be good to you. Blessings. I'm telling you, if you do it, things are going to change. All right. I'm going to turn this one off first. Okay. And then I'm turning you off. Be so light.